Pac-12 Conference grabs the national spotlight on Thursday night. This is Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. UCLA Bruins versus the Arizona Wildcats at the McKale Center in Tucson, Arizona. Interestingly enough, Wildcats opened up as 9-point home favorites. That number has dropped down to 8.5 in the market, while the total has held steady at 147. I'm expecting further downward movement in the betting odds. Definitely something to watch on SBRodds.com to get to watch and monitor the latest line moves. But a lot of action is pouring in on the UCLA Bruins as I'm taping this early Thursday morning from Las Vegas. When you're looking at UCLA, they're looking to bounce back from a disappointing 76-67 loss to the Oregon Ducks as 5-point home favorites. That put an end to their season-high 10-game win streak. And really the story of the game was prior to tip-off, Shabazz Muhammad, the freshman guard, star freshman, was benched by head coach Ben Howland for the first 5 minutes of that game due to being late to practice last week in preparation for that big contest between what was undefeated conference records, with both UCLA and Oregon being unblemished in Pac-12 play. Muhammad is the key player to handicap when looking at UCLA, averaging 17.9 points per game and shooting a healthy 45.8% from beyond the arc. He has some opportunities against Arizona in this matchup. Arizona is susceptible to allowing three-point shots, more so away from Tucson rather than on their home floor. But Muhammad could make a few three-point shots from beyond the arc in this one. But he only combined to score 20 points during the Bruins' first Pac-12 road trip. That was against Utah and then on to Boulder, Colorado against the Colorado Buffaloes. He only scored 20 points in those games on 9 of 29 shooting. So I'm not exactly ready for him to score 20 or more points in this game, which is a very important number for UCLA, as the Bruins are 7-0 when Muhammad scores 20 or more points this season. Larry Drew II, the point guard of UCLA, is really another key player to handicap. He leads the nation with a plus 4.6 turnover to assist ratio, or assist to turnover ratio. And that is very important when going against one of the better defensive teams in the country that also likes to score, make turnovers into points on the other end. The Wildcats outscore opponents by an average of 5.4 points per game off of turnovers. The key betting trend really stuck out to me when handicapping this game Thursday morning was the Bruins are 0-7 against the spread when facing opponents that allow 64 points or less per game. A lot of the times that betting trend statistic is overrated because teams play at a slower pace and so forth. But Arizona has a bona fide top 25 defensive team. It definitely shows up in who they played, where they played them, and the strength of schedule that they've had. So this is a top 25 defensive team. So 0-7 against the spread in that situation for the Bruins. Arizona is also a perfect 9-0 at home this year, outscoring opponents by 15.7 points and out-rebounding by 8.4 per game when playing at the McKale Center. And they lead the Pac-12 in three-point shooting. I think they can really extend this lead. They have a lot of perimeter players that can knock down the jumper from beyond the arc, with 5 players making 14 or more three-point shots on the year. Wildcats are 4-1 in conference play, 1-4 against the spread. So they have been overvalued after the hot start, rising to as high as number 3, 4 in the country. So the odds makers did catch up to them a little bit, but due to the fact that this is a national spotlight game on ESPN2, the odds makers definitely put some time in, and I think they already knew that UCLA was going to attract some action in the betting market. So I'm not too scared of this line, but I'd like to see it drop down to 8 before I get involved in the betting market. The schedule strength, the quality of wins, the Arizona Wildcats definitely have those in their corner. They've beaten the likes of Florida, San Diego State, and Miami. Their only loss coming at Oregon in Eugene, which has proven to be one of the top 5 home court advantages in the college basketball world this season. So I'm going to lay the points right now. Right now the line is 8.5. I'm going to pick the Arizona Wildcats minus 8.5 against the UCLA Bruins. I'd really like to see it drop down to 8 before my personal money gets involved, but definitely for the sake of the video, lay the 8.5 with the Arizona Wildcats. For any further information on this game, or any other on a very busy Thursday college basketball board, you can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Grant Sports. This has been Across the Board with Jeff Grant at SBRforum.com.